White former police officer Derek Chauvin has been sentenced to 22.5 years in prison. Chauvin was convicted of murder and manslaughter in April for pinning his knee on the neck of black man George Floyd for over 9 minutes last year. For more, let's go to Dan Williams in Minneapolis. Dan, so this sentence falls short of the 30 years that prosecutors had requested. How did the court reach this decision, and how's Floyd's family and the public reacting to it?
Yes, Judge Peter Cahill, who was quite brief, it has to be said, in the courtroom when delivering his remarks around his sentence and his decision around that. But he did afterwards release a 22-page memorandum as to how he reached those decisions. He says that the key element for increasing this prison sentence above the Minnesota state's norm of 12.5 years, so 22.5 years. He said there were two aggravating factors that he said warranted that harsher sentence, and they are that Chauvin abused his position of trust and that Chauvin also treated Floyd without respect. But of course he had the potential of sending down a 40-year prison sentence. That was what the maximum sentence that he could deliver for second-degree murder. The prosecution, as you said, they had wanted 30 years, and there is the potential that Derek Chauvin could, with good behavior, be released from prison having served just 15 years. And it has to be said, here on this green outside the courthouse, there was a real sense of people feeling completely underwhelmed by this sentence. The expectation was much more towards that 30 or even 40-year sentence, given that Judge Peter Cahill had previously said that there were 4 aggravating factors that he did agree to, that he says could be proven beyond doubt. And that kind of mixed reaction, if you like, very much reflected from the family. Bridget Floyd, George Floyd's sister, she says that it does show at least that that the situation, that what happened a year ago was taken seriously, so largely praising the 22.5 years. But Brandon Williams, who we heard from is one of the impact statements in the courthouse, he said that he thought that Derek Chauvin should have received life. He says it fell short, and what kind of message are we sending? But Ben Crump, the family attorney, he held the decision as historic. And of course, as we stand here today, a white police officer has now been sentenced to more than 2 decades in prison, and that is a significant amount, of course, given all the fears and the concerns back in April, potentially, and whether he would have been found guilty or not. So perhaps I was speaking to one legal expert before this sentencing. He said that normally in these cases both the defense and the prosecution will feel that they didn't get what they want, and seemingly that's the kind of atmosphere here in Minneapolis this evening.